Hello. Right, team. We've had a message from Dan, and Dan is asking or saying, I'm crippled with some stiff lower back pain around the lumbar and centre area. He went mountain biking on Saturday. Today's Tuesday. His glutes are pulling and his back's been stiff and sore ever since. Needs a more permanent solution. And he's read about core exercises. He's thinking, what core exercises have I got to that can help me? Right, where do we start? The question I asked is, are you doing any stretching and rolling at the moment to help and manage it? Answer, no. I'm not doing anything. So let's build a little routine for all cyclists to do and get into that will make you feel better and loosen the back pain off. This helps for everyone really, given that I know Dan's in his 30s, I'm in his 30s, he's got an active job carrying and moving, well, he's a fireman, so hose pipes and bodies and fireman's lifts. So his back's going to get tight from that, sitting around. As we get older, we sit down more, so the back gets tight. He loves the film, so again, it could be some of that. So we'll give you some stuff to help his glutes and get his butt woken up with some rolling, and then we'll do some core exercises at the end that'll help. But I think it's probably more rolling, stretching that he needs rather than a weakness round the front. Let's do it. So, first up, we need a ball. So this is a lacrosse ball, favourite of Kelly Starrett, Dr. Kelly Starrett. But we can use any ball. Tennis balls are a bit soft, so this one's really firm, bouncy. So cricket balls, hockey balls, generally not fruit, doesn't work out very well. And all we're going to do is we're going to stick it on the floor, hard surface. Can you see my butt? Oh, further back. Let me pull that down a little. Here we go. And all we're going to do is just roll that into there, let your weight sink into the ball and just find out those tight areas. If you've been cycling a lot, that's going to be real stiff. So just working through there, working across the top of the pelvis where it gets tight, through sort of the piriformis area and breaking through the glutes. So you can move your body around the ball, or you can move the ball around your body, or you can move your body around the ball. So if I move my leg like this, that goes a little bit deeper. And basically you're trying to find the difficult bits and just sit on them. Find out where it's more painful and just get heavy into it. Get heavy, heavy, heavy. And this is especially going to get these cyclists going. Now the other area that gets tight is through the side, the hip bone, where the glutes come on down to here, in there. So all we're going to do is come onto your side, same move. Have you got me? Can you see me? Just there. A bit more weight this time, and you see the ball in there. And you're just letting your weight go through it. Take as much weight into there as you can. It's not a comfortable move. But working through the side, so that's where your glute med attaches, and we can break that down. Again, find a horrible bit and just sit into it, maybe 30 seconds. You're looking for an 8 out of 10 pain, and then sit into it, and it should reduce and relax down to about a 6, 4, 6, something like that. So everyone's different and everyone has different reactions to pain and discomfort, but you're looking for it to be tight and then relax. So you're going to do that on both sides. Depending on how often you do it, dictates the time. So it could be 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Ideally, you're going to do this as often as possible. Within reason, in the week. I'll show you this side a little bit. And there. And you're just looking for that bone, uncomfortable, tight areas. And you're just going to sit in there and hold. I'm moving about a bit because it's boring just watching me sit here for 30 seconds in discomfort. And then, boom, we're on the side. just there. See that? Okay, so next up, 5 minutes already down. We are going for the roller, so that can get into the front of the legs. Easy. We're just going here. And then what people miss is a sideways motion, a sideways wiggle. We can make it more difficult by coming on the front. And we want to be working with this up into the upper areas around this hip flexor insertion where all this comes. So we're trying to break all this up and open this up. So that position brings me, just bring her up a bit, brings me into the next stretch. So we're going to stride, push your hips forward and stretch there. So I'm opening all this up. I can bring this upper arm up above my head. You can't really see in the video, but it is. There. So I'm pressing forward, opening up my hip, squeezing my butt here and trying to open up. So my pelvis is here and I'm trying to get it from this angle up to this angle. So I'm pulling up and I'm making my abs work there to pull out, and that takes some pressure out of that lower back where he's getting the pain. So we need to hold this 30 seconds each leg till you get some distance, and then just there, and I'm pressing, squeezing my butt, trying to make that work. So the other stretch we've got for lower back is going to drop in here into a pigeon. See my leg, yes, and then I'm pushing back, pushing back, pushing back, chest up, and I'm feeling the stretch here in the outside of my butt, and that is releasing that glute, which again is going to be tight, and the glute attaches onto the lower back and the pelvis. So that's going to be moving around, show you from the side. So I'm trying to get low here and push my leg, back, and that just gives me more range to open up. You can be down here or up here, whatever you prefer. You can move through both if you wish. And then a nice little move that I do with my clients at the start of a lot of sessions, if they've been sat down a lot all day, is so lying down, feet together, knees on the side, and you're just rocking, and rocking. Okay, so finishing off with a core exercise. We are going to plank position. I'm just going to add some angles and rocking to make it a bit harder. I'd rather you did hard exercises that are going to get a change and an adaptation, rather than doing it for a minute. There's no point in holding it for much longer than a minute. So we need to start testing yourself. The body and core works by stabilising and balancing. So just holding a static position is not great. It gets you stronger, but it gets you stronger at the plank rather than moving, which is what the body does. So for movement, we're going to drop in here, pull my pelvis in, and then I'm rocking forwards and back. Make it harder, pull my elbows out here, side to side, and the movement forwards and back, side to side, is going to envelop more muscles and more work. Right, back onto the roller, because sometimes the abs can be a bit sleepy and they can get a bit, they don't slide and work over each other as well as they should. There's different layers, and if they're not sliding over each other, they can get tight and not do the job, so your back can get sore. So from here, roller on the floor, you're going to stick and grip onto the front of your abs, and then move your body around over the roller. So the roller stays still and you move over the roller. So, can you see me? Just there. Side, 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 up and down. So this wakes your abs up and it stops them from being stuck together. And that is another one of Kelly Starrett's ab smash, and that is going to get your abs going. So there's more blogs about this on my website, and there is an unlimited amount of blogs on YouTube. The thing is, with back pain, it can be very individualised to what your back is like, real complex. So many things going on with activities, so many things going on with jobs, sofas, cars. So everyone can have a different anatomy and pathology going on with the pain that they've got. And also a lot of pain is registered in the head. So I'm not an expert in the head, a lot of people tell you that. But sometimes we need to look at how the mind is affecting the pain, but that's for a different video, and that's a lot deeper for when I've done my PhD and shit. Right, thank you. Check out the website, rossfordfitness.co.uk. Give it a share. Thank you for your support. Bonjour.